Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I wanted to do another video on products I regret buying because honestly I feel like these are just as helpful as favorites, because as much as I love to rave about products and share products that I love with you guys, I also like to share products that, like, you know what, this did not work out for such and such reason. Maybe it was because of my dry skin, or maybe the product did just not work out. But a lot of times it could just be, you know, like maybe different just factors in it, and that just might help you even better kind of decide, especially if there's a product you kind of been eyeing, like should I not. Well, it didn't work for her because she's dry, but I'm oily, so maybe it might work for me. You get me? So I decided, you know what, let me gather up a couple more products and share them with you. So the first product is the Rimmel BB cream, and they have these in different types of BB creams. I bought mine, this is the one in the Radiance. I think they have a more matte one, and they're kind of like more regular-ish line one, but I was like, Radiance, let me check this out. I definitely checked this out because I was just on a kick, like a BB cream kick for some reason. I was like, I want to try BB creams. I just want something natural, easy, quick, just to, you know, kind of work with, especially for the workday when I don't have that much time. I can maybe just slide it around with my hands, beauty blender, brush. I was not a fan of this. I actually did a review and demo on this, but honestly, like, I know BB creams are just, could be like the bare minimum coverage, but this is the absolute bare minimum coverage. I definitely feel like this is one of those I had to layer on. And even just by on its own, the way that it sat on my face, it could be like, I do have dry skin, so I feel like, but it's Radiance, so it should kind of help. Maybe if normal skin people had a better, you know, experience with this. With a dry skin, it was fine when it was like on camera. I was like, oh, you know, from camera to looking at me, you might be like, oh, that looks nice. I don't know what you're talking about, you crazy girl. But then when you kind of like zoom in, you could just kind of see the way that it didn't blend into the skin with the skin together. It kind of just like sat on the face, kind of looked a little bit dry. So I was not a fan of that. I'll definitely link down below that review and demo if you want a little bit more. But definitely for my dry skin, this Radiance BB cream did not work. I know someone had commented on the video, they're like, honestly, I actually like this kind of as like a base, like primer before my foundation. And some people I know do use BB creams like that. So, I mean, if you bought this, maybe you want to try it like that, but just overall, it's not the type of base that I would like, because I just didn't like how it sat on my skin, so I wouldn't want that base for my foundation. But some people have used it like that, so that's another way to kind of try it out. But overall for me, I was really just not a fan overall. Speaking of primers and bases, I actually bought the Hard Candy. This is their illuminating primer. I thought it was really cool that they had like different types of primers, and I was like, of course I'm gonna, you know, gear towards the illuminating one since they do have dry skin. But however, upon initial just squirting it out, it just looks like a ball of glitter. And I kind of like even just rubbing on the back of your hand. Jesus Christ, this is like a glitter and a bottle. This is ridiculous. I don't know if you can see, but I was just like, oh hell no, I am not putting this on my face. It's honestly like just, you know, when you kind of put glue on a piece of paper and then you put the glitter on top and you let it kind of shake off so you have glitter? Yeah, this is what it's looking like. I'll try to do like a close-up for you guys, but it's just straight up fairy dust glitter on your face. Like, this is one of those, what is that, those kids stores they used to have where they used to like throw fairy dust on your face when you come in and stuff, and it's like a little fairy store, but this looks like what that should be for. So honestly, maybe I'll give this to like a 4 or 5-year-old. They want to play with glitter on their face. That's what this reminds me of. The texture felt really nice. Oh my god, it felt like, honestly, if it wasn't for this glitter, I definitely would have probably put it on your face, because it just felt so like smooth, like so silky. But even just kind of rubbing it on my hand and starting to ball up a little bit, just no. I was really hoping for the best. I know Hard Candy has other primers. Maybe I'll try the more like just neutral, normal primer, but they were definitely like, you know, trying to illuminate the face like a disco ball with this. Like, this is more glitters than like a face highlight than actually the next product I'm gonna talk about. Speaking of glitter, something else illuminating, but this is actually supposed to be the illuminating palette. This is the one by Wet n Wild. This is their highlighting palette. I actually also did a review on demo on this, but I thought, I was like, okay, highlighting palette, I like that it's just so like sleek. It's kind of nice that they have like multiple colors, so you can just try to get strip by strip if you want, or just mix them all together. But once again, this was also one of those highlighting palettes that is just like too much glitter on the face, you know. Like, I love face highlighters, but definitely when it's like glitters are just too big or just very fine and just like so much, not a fan of that. And I feel like that was the issue with this. And in general, yeah, I didn't like it. Some of these colors were a little too chalky, but I mean, if you're more pale skin, I think that's fine. But I also didn't like, it was just a little bit chalky the way, I didn't like how it sat on the face, and it was just way too glittery for my liking. So unfortunately, this is definitely a pass for me. Definitely one of those I wish. I'm bad about returning items for Walgreens because just, you know, just that shame from Walgreens. Walgreens has gotten better with returning items, but the girls just look at you like, why didn't you like it? What's going on? What, you know? So I wish I would have returned this. I've gotten better though. Also, I'm always like, yeah, I don't want it. I'm good. Walgreens is getting better. So definitely I was like, if I would have kept my receipt, I definitely I should have returned it right away. An eyeshadow palette that I really did not like. This is the Essence eyeshadow palette. This is the All About Nude. This is like in their more purplyish palette. I think they have another tone one. This is in the 01 Nude. And I was just not a fan of this. The texture of it, this is definitely one of those eyeshadow palettes where you really have to kind of like dig in to get any product. As soon as you put it on your eye, maybe you work with another color, it just already starts to fade. It's about $5. And honestly, I tried a lot of Essence products and I loved so many of their products. This definitely was just a miss for me. I will link that review and demo that I did. Essence is a really great brand though. They have so many. Like honestly, there's I think nothing more than like $5 there, and I found so many great products. So check that out for the really great products. This was just a product that did not work. I even used some Max Fix Plus. I used some of my best primers, my A Game primers, my starting liners, and then I don't know, I didn't like the shimmery shades, especially on top of the lid, really didn't show up. And then I don't know, there just wasn't much here to work with. I know there's another eyeshadow palette, I think Susie Morales, MUA, it's more of like their sunny one. It's like yellows and oranges and browns, and oh my god, those look so pigmented on her eyes. It's like, holy crap, I should have picked up that one. Maybe, you know, I would have gotten a better job, but this one just did not work out for me. But check out, I would say definitely try, I want to check out that other one. So it's not deterring me from checking out their other eyeshadow palettes, but definitely this is just one I regret buying. I would not recommend this purple one. I am forever on the hunt to find a really great, so I am forever on the hunt to find a really great cream contour and highlight stick from the drugstore, something really, really affordable. One that I really, really liked, but it's definitely more of a concealer wand. It's the NYX ones, and it's their like kind of concealer wand. So cream contour and highlight, even if it's on a stick, that's pretty good, or if it's in a palette. I've yet to find a really good one from the drugstore to rave about. One that I did not like and I regret buying, and I'm glad it did not cost me that much, is the Wet n Wild, their dual-ended contour stick. I was like, yes, Wet n Wild. I love Wet n Wild products. They did such a good job. I got mine. This is like their light/medium. And I was like, oh my god, $5, so good. And I love the color of the contour. It's a really nice cool toned one. And then the highlights, the color was okay, but I mean, it's highlighting. I just did not like the way that the highlighting the highlighting stick, when I kind of put it underneath my eyes, I did not like the way that it sat on my face. This is my problem that I have with most drugstore, the highlight shade. I don't like the way that it blends and sits on my face. I do have dry skin, but just, I don't know, it just can't do it for me. And then when I would do the contour, I was like, oh, I can see the color definitely when I added it, but when I would blend it off with the brush and then a beauty blender, just a brush, just a beauty blender, it would like kind of just brush off. It would blend off, and I would have to like go in there like a couple times back in with the contour side just to get some color payoff. So just the fact that I just blended off of the face, and then the highlight did not sit well. I will add that review and demo if you want a little bit more in depth. I had high hopes. $5, really great price, but definitely just did not work for me. I'm curious if anybody has liked this and if it worked for them. Let me know. I'm really, really curious to know. I think one of my biggest regrets, and probably my most recent ones, this is from the Kardashian Beauty makeup line. This is their No Apologies concealer. I just did a review and demo of this and a bunch of their other products, but this product, I was just like, what is going on here? I love concealer, and I've never dealt with a more like difficult concealer, or just like is this even a concealer? Like, what is going on here? I was not a fan of the brush. The size of it was probably one of the smaller brushes. It was really, really flimsy. It was really like cheaply made. It doesn't pick up that much product. You definitely have to kind of like dip in, especially if you're one of those girls who just likes to go ham with your concealer. You definitely have to go in and in and in and in and out. I was not a fan. Just does not hold that much product. But even once you get the concealer on your face, you better try to blend that out really, really quickly because it will start to fade before you even touch it. So while I'm blending this eye is already like fading away. I'm like, I haven't even touched it though. But even when you're blending, it blends off like there's nothing. It just blends. I'm like, wait, you see no pigment, you see nothing going on underneath your eyes, nothing's creasing because nothing's there, and then when you get to this one, it's all disappeared, so you have to reapply. So it's definitely a waste of product, about $9. I think this is probably my biggest regret. Yeah, definitely I would say I would not recommend this concealer whatsoever. I'm actually curious to read some of the reviews on the Ulta website for this Kardashian concealer. Definitely do not buy this one. I'm not a fan. I'm curious to see if this worked out for anybody, and if it did work out for them, are you lying? So those are all the products I regret buying. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. There'll probably definitely be more in the future because as I keep buying makeup, I definitely find a bunch of hits, and there's definitely misses, products that really just don't work out for you. But then, you know, that's how you kind of learn what works for you, what doesn't work for you, what just doesn't work in general, and people need to stop putting out. But I enjoy watching these videos. And then sometimes I like finding out whether or not, like, hey, was it because of, you know, just didn't work for you? Maybe it might work for me. Let me know if there's any products here that did or did not work for you, and as well as maybe what are some products you were not a fan of and why. So make sure to subscribe to keep up with some more videos, and I'll see you guys next time.